Okay, we are back. It's been a while, but been a little busy. So here we are. We are back, and there's a new plugin. We're not working on Astra today. I know I should work on Astra, but I've been inspired a little bit to make my own chat plugin. Because why not? It doesn't seem too hard, and it'd be a good project to get out there. Just pad out our projects a little bit, spread them out a bit, just have something out there, and also let me just turn down this music a little bit. All right. You know what? I didn't paste the link. Here we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you haven't noticed already, we have a new Discord server. It's not new, it's actually older than my Astra Discord server, but I just restructured it last night, or the day before, I think. I added a lot of different things. First off, there's if you don't know about Help Chat, it's a different Discord server, not mine, but it's made by the same people of Placeholder API and quite a few other plugins. Deluxe Chat, if you've ever heard of that, they made that one, and a lot more different plugins and stuff. But they have an annual giveaway event for Christmas, where they just give away tons of different things throughout the month of December. And anybody can go in and offer stuff to give away. I myself am giving away 5 free copies or licenses on BuildByBit to my premium plugin that's out right now. It's a voucher plugin. If you're interested, go join Help Chat. I can paste the link in the chat, I suppose. Yeah, that's the link to the Help Chat Discord, where they're giving away tons of different things for the month of December. And I can't tell you when my plugin is going to be given away, but I can tell you that I am giving away a plugin. So yeah, and they said that they still needed more giveaway entries to or more things to give away, so I offered more copies of my plugin. It's the only one I have out right now, so it's the only one I can give away. But you know, I said I can give away up to 15 free copies of it instead of 5, so we'll see how that goes, if they will up it or not. But right now, as of now, it's 5 free copies. You can go and join the giveaway when it comes, but right now they're giving away tons of other things like Discord Nitro, profile decorations, other plugins, other builds, tons of different things. Even like different texture pack stuff for your server, different fonts and stuff. Tons of different things that are really cool. You can go check that out. But just get that out of the way. Now we have my Discord changes that I made for my main Discord, Fable Development. First off, I added leveling, so if you chat, you can get XP and get different roles depending on how much XP you have. I updated my input channel to have more things like the leveling information, ping rules, support stuff. I added a live channel there as well instead of just Astra, so that way I can ping people in there, but I'm not working on Astra. And then yes, and the most important part, I restructured the server a bit. I've added 2 new channels, one for both of which are for coding help for plugins. So if you ever want to, if you ever want to talk about code, or you want to go in and ask questions about plugins and making plugins and stuff, there are 2 channels for that. One of them is a text channel where you can talk and ask quick questions. And the next one is a forums channel where you can create a post if you think your issue is going to take quite a bit of time. Kind of like Cody Simpson's Discord I've been in for a while, Cortex Development. So it's kind of like that. I want it to be more generic for plugin coding help than instead of just support for my plugins, which it originally was for. So yeah, feel free to join. I always love talking about code and helping people out, so there we go. So that's the main announcement I had. And then there's one more thing I want to talk about. I want to make tutorials for Paper. Paper is now moving away from Spigot. They are making their hard fork of Spigot, which means eventually Spigot plugins won't be compatible with Paper anymore, and vice versa. So when they go that route, there's going to be changes, I assume, for the API, which I'm going to have to learn myself. So tutorial series will also help me with that. But I think we'll get there when we, we'll come to that when it happens. But right now I would be interested in doing live streams for just, general Paper tutorials. However, right off the bat, as of right now, I don't know what to do a tutorial on. So it'd be really cool if you guys in the comments of the stream after it's done, or in the chat right now if you're watching, or join the Discord, you can suggest things there. I will make a new channel for that as well. And then, in another stream or something, I can go and cover that topic that you needed a tutorial for. And since it'll be live, you can go in and ask questions while it's being streamed, obviously, or whatever else. So that's another thing I'm interested in. But the main thing is the Discord. It's there, it exists, you can join it. It's in the description, discord.fabled.dev. And yeah, let's go ahead and actually start the coding now. Right off the bat, I have Delta Chat, the new chat plugin I'm making, and Astro Prison open, which I'm going to use to copy some files over so I don't have to remake them, like the config file and the logging stuff, because, that'll take forever to, well, it won't take forever, but it'll just be annoying to have to recreate. So, right off the bat, let's go ahead and get the configuration in. Get the YAML config class. Let's go ahead and make our static instance stuff here. So there we go. So chat plugin isn't too complicated, but I'm looking to add channels and stuff, and formats and all that. So the hardest part, I believe, is getting formats to work and having different channels and different formats for different channels and all that. So maybe what I'll do is have like a config file with channels, and then have the formats inside that channel config. So yeah, we'll try that. I think that could be fine. And then later on, it could be cool to add tags, but I might make that a separate plugin, to be honest. But yeah, that'll also involve GUI stuff, which I don't really want to get into, like, ever. I mean, it's just annoying to have to deal with config or GUIs and stuff, which is why I want to make a library for it eventually. Maybe I'll stream the creation of a GUI library. That could be fun. Let me make my paper plugin.yml. Right, of course, main. PI version 21. Okay, why are you yellow? Version, that's why. There we go. All right, dependencies, server placeholder API required false, and it was load before. There we go. And that should be the only dependency I foresee right now. Cool. All right, so obviously we're going to copy over our config file. We're going to copy over our command system. Yeah. Okay, interesting. You can't see AstroPrism when I have it open, but that's fine. So the command, there's our configuration. Just gonna go ahead and copy all this. I'm gonna need to copy the log over as well. Okay, paste that in there. Remove the override, because we're not overriding anything. This needs to be Delta chat instance. Okay. Same thing down here. That's fine. There we go. Okay, this needs to be changed, and I think everything else is fine. So just this. Let's go ahead and get our login. Just copy everything over because it's going to be a pain to have to rewrite all of this. Delta chat. There we go. It's going to be the same, basically like format and everything. This could be string color. And Delta log level. This. There we go. Make it protected, or rather, it's not anything. Okay. So first off, we need to replace Astra log level with Delta log level. There we go. It's already imported. There we go. Need mini color. Durable utils. Okay. Can import that already. Delta chat instance, and now we need to make a config in here. There we go. All right, mini color. Just go ahead and copy paste this over from there. Don't have to replace anything because it's not dependent on my project. Import that. There we go. Okay. Durable utils. Let's copy that over as well. Make this final. Make this class up here, final. Any colors in enum doesn't have to be final. Okay. Durable utils is already imported. Okay. I think that's everything that we need to replace. Here we go. Okay, that's all done. There we go. See how fast that was. Okay, so I think I want to say that's everything we need right now. Wait, no, we need the command stuff. Commands. Okay, we need list utils. And we could do our permission stuff as well. Enum. Go ahead and copy it. Let's just go ahead and put it in there. So title permission, there we go. Okay, now we can remove all this stuff. Can remove all of these down here. For now, we'll just title chat star title chat permissions, and you can say title chat.admin.star title chat.mine. I don't need mines, and I don't need to all that. Just do that. There we go. Let's do star. Okay. All the rest of this looks good except for the locale stuff. You can just comment out for now. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay. Everything's good here. Although, what do we need to do? We need list utils. Just fine. Okay. It's good. All right. Remove those. Okay. That's all good. And manager. Instance. There we go. Cool. All right. So if you don't know any of these classes that I'm importing, they're all from my previous live streams working on Astra. Speaking of which, I made a playlist for them. So there are 10 live streams in total so far for Astra, and they're all on that playlist in order. You can go check them out if you want. And they're also on the repository, the GitHub repository for Astra. Right, well, where do we... There we go. Onload. That's what we need. Okay. And command manager. Oh, this could be in on enable. There we go. Don't have any commands yet. It's fine. All right. Okay. You know what? I don't think I want to have. I don't know if I want multi-language support for this plugin. To be honest, I think I just want to have a simple plugin to work on for now, and we can update it and expand on it later on. After I release it, I think. All right, logging, debug, mode, close, formatting, true. I don't know. Okay, cool. Let's go here. Okay, we want website, Discord. Okay, cool. So we'll make one lang.lat now. Okay, and prefix. Okay, help. We have our help message. Load. There we go. Alright, go to Aqua, Delta chat, reset commands. Dark gray, white, dark gray. Shows plugin information. And we will copy this information, help, right? Loads plugin configuration. There we go. There's our help message. And we will add more on this when we add more to the plugin. So we just need to say lang. Right. Yeah, maybe we can just call it delta lang. And we can make it an enum, suppose. Info help, reload. Okay, final, not no string key. Actually, I don't need to store that. List string message. Gonna get final. Void. Right, actually, yeah, I need the key. String key. That's lang. String key. I'm gonna make this nullable. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Unload. We'll have on reload. There we go. So final config instance get config. Okay. For we're gonna look through our messages here. If lang key is null, continue. Right. So lang message equals list utils from config option. The path will be .key, and then it's the default. Okay, there we go. Our messages are now dynamically loaded. Now we need a prefix, right? Private static not null string prefix, which will be set right here. Prefix default will be our prefix here. We'll return that by default. Okay, and our info message is not going to be configurable, so we'll say this is the key admin.help, admin.reload. There we go. Our onload method is going to define the message for the info. Right. So we'll have say list of, right. Okay, this will be chat, get instance, get plugin meta, get version, and ignore that. Alright, and we'll say this, right? And then we will say type just like that. So there's our info message and our prefix. Just do that. Okay. All right. Cool. And we can also actually call replace on this, right? And we can replace it, replace prefix with prefix. That way we don't have to replace it later when we send the message. It's already replaced when it's reloaded. Alright. And we can go ahead and do that. Okay. Send final not null player. We're gonna have private static void send message not null player final list string message. Say list string placements. Okay, there we go. So now list string first equals list utils replace message placements. Okay, and we need our placeholder API utils. There we go. That's good. We need to unload it. We need our load method. There we go. And we need to say, does our permissions have an unreload? No. It's good. There we go. We can do that. Okay. That's all good. This is fine. Okay. And we can go ahead and do parse this with player. Just like that. There we go. So now our message is all parsed with our replacements and our placeholder API placeholders. And now all we have to do is send it, right? I think I'll make a new method in here to turn it into a string. Just like that, and then return builder to string. Just like that. Very easy. Just say player send message menu color chat serialize, and we will say list utils to string first. There we go. So now it'll send the entire list as one string. And yeah. Very cool. This is done. We need to go ahead and fill out these normal public methods, not static ones. We can actually say nullable on these, and go here, say nullable here. If replacements is null, turn on list as well. There you go. Cool. So send message, player message null. Right, there you go. public void send, not null, player, following, not null list, string, input, replacements, I mean. Send message, player, message, replacements. There you go. Public void send, player, string, placements, okay. Player, message, list dot out, placements. There you go. And we're all done. Prefix again was already replaced in here, so we could have this as a, we don't actually need this there, so we could just do it here. Say that. That's fine. Okay, there we go. Well done. We just need to add a permission message, just in case we do run into that. You know what? There we go. I don't know why I have such a habit of making strings using the single quotes, but I would like to make them all double quotes. Doesn't really matter, but it's just, you know, good. It's just something I want to do, I guess. Dang it. Okay, there we go. Cool. Again. Okay, cool. I could have just done that. Okay, prefix, help, reload, no permission. Okay. So now we can go here. Dot no permission. Send, player, and our replacements are that. There you go. It's a little different than our language stuff in Astra because I'm not doing multiple languages. I don't need to store the keys everywhere and, you know, multiple language stuff. Just the one enum will do fine. And since I'm not having multiple modules, I also don't need to spread them across multiple modules. So there we go. I'm making a chat plugin for Minecraft right now. Also, welcome in. Let's go and make our admin command. CSS. I was always interested in writing HTML and CSS, but never got into it. I started Java a couple years ago on my own, and I'm doing C++ for college right now. That's to my extent. I mean, I've dabbled in Kotlin as well, but I just prefer plain old Java. I've always heard of full stack, but I've never really looked into what that is exactly, to be honest. Yeah, cool. I'm just from the US, nothing special. So yeah, I've also never dabbled in PHP or JavaScript really. Yeah, as I said, I haven't really looked into what full stack is exactly. But yeah, just writing a Minecraft plugin. All right. Definitely not. I'm gotten definitely nowhere near that level yet. Also, I'm pretty sure I would probably not make games in Java, to be honest. Although Java Edition Minecraft is way superior than C++ or Bedrock Edition Minecraft, in my opinion. But that's only because of how they are running Bedrock Edition, not because it's code in C++ or anything. But, you know, to be fair, never would have started learning Java if it weren't for Minecraft. And the reason I'm going over all this stuff really quickly, again, is, I mean, I said this earlier in stream, but obviously you probably went in. But I've done all this already in previous live streams, just on a different plugin. There's 10 previous live streams that I've done for my previous plugin, Astra, which isn't finished yet. I have to stream more for. Just taking a break for the past 2 weeks. College has been a bit busy. Life has been a bit busy, I'd say. Okay, I can make this final. There we go. Okay. Oh man. My best plugins would be Astra, in my opinion. That's my so far it's been the peak of my work. Although it's not finished yet, obviously. Um, Probably because it's the most latest and it's the biggest project I've taken on. Um, but the only plugin I've released like 2 or 3 public plugins. Only one of them being a premium plugin, which means it costs money. Only $5 though. Um, so I've released that one. It's a voucher plugin, which means you right click an item and it does certain things that you configure it to do, and it uses that item as well, so it takes it away from you after you've redeemed it, so to speak. And that one hasn't sold very well because there's just so many voucher plugins already out there. And I haven't really advertised it that much either. So I think it's got like 2 people who bought it since it released over a year ago. But that's fine. I don't really care if people buy it. It's just, it would be cooler if more people used it, in my opinion. Which honestly, I might recode it on stream and make it open source, like I'm gonna do with this plugin and like I'm doing with Astra, my Prism Core. As I said, I don't really care if people buy them. It'd be cool if people used them. But yeah, nothing successful really, in my opinion. And I have also done a premium add-on for another Prison Core, where I allowed people to make enchants in that Prison Core through YML files, because that wasn't possible in that Prison Core at the time. I mean, you should see other plugins. There are plugins out there. Spigot, I'm not sure how familiar you are with like Minecraft plugins and all that. But there are the Spigot MC Marketplace. Spigot is the API to make plugins, and the server software that allows plugins to run. But Spigot, the marketplace, has a maximum of like $20 to price your plugin at. So, those plugins don't go over $20. But Build by Bit is a different story. There's plugins for $20. I'd say that's usually the standard for like bigger public plugins, $20. And then there are other plugins that are sold off marketplace. One of them is like Mythic Mobs and Model Engine. That one can be like $40. Some plugins are sold at subscriptions. See, I'm sure $5 sounds like a lot for a plugin on Minecraft, but it's relatively cheaper compared to a lot of other plugins. I mean, again, I know a Prison Core that someone made that they sell for hundreds of dollars, or a subscription. I think that's ridiculous. Hundreds of dollars is definitely extreme for a public plugin, in my opinion. I would never spend that much money on a plugin unless it was exclusive and private, right? But also I can make most of my plugins if I needed to. So it's another reason I learned how to make them. I don't have to buy them if I have the time commitment to put into it. There we go. Send our info message. But yeah, hopefully that sheds some more light on the whole price situation there. Alright, have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, there's our base command done for our admin command. I'm going to do help now. Help. Mains literal help. Executes. Okay. Context. I'm going to do the same thing as up here. Pretty much. So we'll just copy this. Paste that. Place this with help. Okay. Hello, welcome in to the stream. Yeah, usually, yeah, that's a good point. Usually they come with maintaining or being maintained, updated, support, and all that stuff. It's definitely a spectrum. There's a lot of developers out there. The main standard is what Deltrick there said. But there are definitely more greedy developers who charge subscriptions, or they just don't have the time, to provide support for free. So maybe they'll charge for support after some amount of time. But yeah, I've just decided to go open source, and what I'm gonna do is put them on Built by Bit for a price, but I'm also gonna link the GitHub repository, the open source repository for that plugin as well on the marketplace page. And I might have releases on that repository as well to just download the jar. So basically, it's like buy it if you want, you know. Mostly because I just don't really want to deal with getting my plugin leaked. I don't want to have to worry about that because it's just a whole ordeal that I don't want to deal with. So it's like, you know what, just have it, you know. If you download a free leaked plugin, that's honestly on you. That's completely your fault, you know. Honestly, downloading any leaked plugin is stupid, a dumb idea. Because you don't know what people do to that jar file that you're downloading. A lot of them have a lot of leaked plugins have code that'll slow your server down intentionally, or spam your console, or a lot of other malicious code. It could be literally anything in it. So you don't want to. It's just a general rule of thumb. Don't use leaked plugins. But as a developer, I just don't want to deal with it anyways. So I'm just going open source. But that's just me. There's obviously tons of plugins that aren't, tons of them that are obfuscated, and so on and so forth. Some of them have license systems, which I also kind of find dumb, but I guess people gotta do what they gotta do. Okay. But it would be cool to get some money from this, from all my plugins, which is kind of why I'm doing an optional thing. Yeah, yeah, I was considering doing that as well, like only paid support, but I don't really care. I'm gonna support whoever. Although I might also do like the help channel for it is a forum channel. And then maybe if you buy the plugin, you get a text channel, support channel. So it's just like you can text in the text channel, while people who haven't bought it have to use the forum, which might take a little longer to get to. I've considered that as well, but I don't know. Right now, I don't have any support members either, so it's just me. But right now it's fine because I don't have really any plugins out right now, besides the one premium plugin I talked about, which only 2 people have bought in the year that it's been out. So nobody's really seeking support for it or using it anyways. But that's fine. As I said as well at the beginning of the stream, for those who are tuning in now who haven't heard it, if you know about the help chat Discord, the people who made Deluxe Chat, if you remember that one, they do annual Christmas giveaways, and I'm giving away my premium plugin in that. So I'm giving away 5 copies of my premium plugin for free in that giveaway. Eventually, they're rolling out the giveaways over the days of the month. So you can join that Discord and enter the giveaways. They're giving away tons of cool stuff, such as other plugins, I've seen them do Steam keys. I've seen them do Discord Nitro and profile decorations. I've seen people sell builds, and like Minecraft builds and other Minecraft resource pack stuff, models. You can get all different types of stuff from the giveaways. So yeah, but my plugin is coming up soon to be given away, and right now it's 5 licenses, but I have talked to them about giving away up to 15 licenses, because they talked about needing or wanting more or having more room to give away more things. But also, I don't really care how much I give away because, again, nobody's buying it anyways, and it would be nice to have it used at least, since I made it a long time ago. But it's not a big deal. As I also said earlier, I might recode it on stream and make it open source as well, because that one isn't actually open source. I did that before I started doing open source plugins and stuff. So yeah, I might recode it on stream and stuff later on. Yeah, if you're tuned in, I assume that you're into coding streams and stuff as well. And again, there's another thing I said earlier, but my Discord has plugin coding help channels you can check out. I just made them like 2 days ago. Kind of like Cortex Development, if you're on that. Cody Simpson's Discord for code help. And I also update and ping a live stream role whenever I go live. So it's a cool place to engage, although, yeah. Definitely need to get it more active because right now nobody talks in it, like, ever. There's a lot of people in it, but that's from years ago when it was a Discord for a Minecraft server. Right, let's do this. Okay, so we get the time, current time, we reload the plugin, and then we get the time after that, right? And we subtract the start time. So this tells us how long it took to reload, essentially, in milliseconds. So now that we have that, we can go here and we could say log delta log level dot success successfully reloaded in, there we go, in that much milliseconds. And then we can say delta lang dot send, dot reload send. This is I'm working on a chat plugin. It doesn't look like much right now because I'm just doing the basics right now. But it's gonna be a chat plugin. Just felt like working on a chat plugin. But yeah, it's gonna be a chat plugin. And I'm still working on a Prison Core as well. There's 10 live streams previously that I did working on that. They're in a playlist on my channel you can check out later if you want. Which I am going to do more streams for because it's not finished, but you know. There's also a dedicated Discord for that Prison Core as well. Okay, so we have our reload and our help command. We need to go ahead and set those up. So say dot then help and then dot then reload on our base command to signify that help and reload are subcommands. And then here in our node method, we return base.build. All right. Also, Deltrick, if you're interested in, I don't know how well versed you are in plugin development, but if you want to learn more, okay. I don't really have any gripes with Kotlin, but I just prefer normal Java. I'm more used to it. Kotlin's cool and all, but the biggest turnaway, what made me switch back to Java from Kotlin originally, was the fact that you had to shade the Kotlin library into your plugin jar, and that made it a much bigger jar file. I just didn't really want to do that. And of course, there's a way to not have to shade it into your jar, but it'll download the library when you start your server. If you like put it in your plugin.yml or whatever. But I didn't really want to do that either, so I just went back to Java. There's nothing wrong with Java anyways. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with Kotlin, I just don't really prefer it, I guess. A lot of people do. It's a good language. But those are my biggest gripes, I would say. Yeah. And again, I don't know how well versed you are in plugin development, but I am interested in doing paper plugin tutorials. especially now since Paper is starting to move towards their hard fork away from Spigot, meaning Spigot plugins will no longer be compatible eventually with Paper, since they're moving away from Spigot. So I'm interested in doing Paper plugin tutorials, especially modern versions. But I don't know exactly what to do tutorial on, so I'm looking for people to give some suggestions either in the chat, in the comments after the live stream, or in the Discord server. So feel free. This can be final as well. Yeah, I'm curious because I hope they don't change too much. I don't want to have to relearn an entire API, you know, but it shouldn't be too difficult, hopefully. I mean, I'm already coding in Paper. Hopefully, I don't imagine they'll change too much drastically too quickly, so it shouldn't be bad at all. Anyways, we made our admin command. We can register it in our command manager. There we go. Okay, so that's the basics of our plugin done. Now we need to get onto the actual chat side of the plugin. Let's go ahead and add a directory, channels, make a default.yml, so default channel. Yeah, that's cool. I only got into Java a couple years ago to learn plugins, so I'm definitely not as experienced, but you know. So I would assume you prefer Kotlin over Java then? I know there's like injecting things into another class, like adding methods onto like say like the player object, so you could add a method to the player object or whatever. But I don't know. I haven't seen the just overall the pros haven't outweighed the cons for me, I guess. And also the syntax is not my favorite, in my opinion either. Default chat format. There we go. So this will say yeah. A lot of people in the plugin development space tell you to learn Java before you start making plugins, but I didn't do that. I just started making plugins to learn Java as well. So I wouldn't have learned Java without Minecraft, but yeah, I don't use Java for anything else right now. But I am learning C++ in college for game development right now as well. And let me tell you, Java, by the way, knowing Java has helped a lot in the C++ course. My older sister was taking the same college course as me for game development, but she failed too many times and had to switch to game art instead. And I really think that because she didn't have any prior coding knowledge, so it was really hard for her to understand and learn C++. But knowing Java, for me, it's been a breeze. It's been really easy, in my opinion. Which is great, because, don't want to struggle in college. But, yeah, I'm just saying, prior knowledge has definitely helped. So I'm glad that I learned Java, even though I'm not going to really use it besides plugins, I think. Okay, not the default chat format, the default chat channel. There we go. We'll have formats here. And say name just have a channel name or default. Formats can be, say, default format can be prefix, right? This can be like that or something. I don't know. I don't remember all the placeholder API placeholders off the top of my head. Yeah. I definitely remember there was a certain point in making plugins that it just sort of clicked and became a lot easier in my opinion. Because like when you're first looking at a language, you're like, okay, well, where do I put this? Like, you know, I'm writing this code, but like, where am I supposed to write it? You know, you don't realize that you can just like essentially go anywhere and just write a method or a, you know, you just build off the main method. You know, you can make other methods and do whatever really. Yeah. You, at some point it just clicks. You know. And I will say that the point that it clicked for me, I think, was when I started talking to other developers. I talked to a guy named Keesum Ray, who made Xeno World Reset. Have you heard of that one? I don't know if it's like the most popular, but yeah, it is just bulk prefix. Okay, we could do. I think that's right. Separator. So what I'm doing here is I'm just making different keys here for different things, although this is going to be completely optional. Everything underneath the format name will be optional. You could just say, you could also just do this, right? So we could do this if we wanted to, or we can space it out about this. This is how Chat does it as well. But I am making the channels a bit different. Okay, so we have our channel file. Let's make a new package. Channels. All right, channel manager, right? We'll just have a getter in the main class, I think. Okay. Channels, new hash map. Okay. We need to make a channel object. Okay. Private Final no string name, private fun, string permission. Okay, string, okay. I don't think maps are sorted, right? That's fine. This will be our formats, but I haven't made the format object yet, so I'm putting a string as a variable, or as a value. Formats, okay, public channel. And we can do string ID, okay. Alright, we need a config as well. Pass in, there we go. Just ID is ID. Name, config options, get string name, and the default will be ID. If they don't have a name, permission, config options, get string, permission, I want to do a read and write permission separately. Default null. This could be nullable. Okay, and formats new hash map. String get ID. Get name. Okay, public nullable string get read permission. Get write permission. There we go. And we'll do format stuff a little bit later. Okay. So, channel manager. Go ahead, public void on reload. Folder. The chat. Get data folder. Channels. There we go. We need to create the default one, right? Channels. Put. And this can go ahead and replace with a channel object. Put default ID, and then we'll say let's put that there for now. We'll come back to that. All right. New channel. New YAML config. Channels default. ID is default. There we go. And we'll return. And that should also create the folder because we're creating a YAML config in that folder. So we'll create the folder and the config file inside of it. Okay, so file, files, folder, list files. Okay. Alright. So if the file name starts with an underscore or it doesn't end with .yml, then we continue and we skip it. The reason to skip if it starts with an underscore is to allow them to disable a file, because why not? And I guess they could do the same by changing the extension, but you know, I don't know, just easier. There's no harm in adding an underscore prefix. Okay. Let's go ahead and rename this to file name. Nope, that's not right. There we go. Now the name is everything except the extension. You know what? We'll call this channel ID. And now you can say channels foot, channel ID, new channel, new YAML config, channels / ID. Come on. And then channel ID, like that. There we go. So this will not create a new file right here because the file already exists. Instead, it will it's only going to create a new YAML config object. So it's not going to create the file because it already exists, or it should at this point. So there's all of our format or channels being loaded in, just like that. We can go here to say on load. Go here to our main class. Speaking of reloading, we need to clear out our map at the beginning of that. Okay, files could be null, so and I believe we can actually say this. Right, because it should return null even if, if does not exist or files is null. There we go. Okay, I think this method's done. We just need to do formats. I might just move this into channels. Okay. Private string format. There's a list of string. Okay. Okay. So public channel format. Config string ID. Okay. So the ID for this one is going to be actually used in the path of the channel config stuff. So configuration section. Config options, get configuration section, channels dot plus ID. Okay. Alright, if section null and return, although could make an exception. I could throw an exception. Alright, and then we can handle that in the channel class when we load the formats. Basically, we'll just catch it and we will ignore it. Pretty much. Alright. List string. Parts. Roles, config, options, get, list utils from config. Config channels dot plus ID plus dot plus part. There we go. And we will say null. Yeah. Config key nullable string list. Oh, that's why ambiguous. All right. I think it's from one of these. Okay. Here we go. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. If parts is null, turn format add all parts. There we go. Cool. Although could say combined add all, and we could do a string here. It's a normal string for the format. Down here. Two string combined. And although we should do a string separator and the pen separator. There we go. And then we will make another method. To replace one we just changed. And we will use that as a separator. Separator will just be a blank string or empty string. Okay, that's all good. say public. There we go. And this doesn't error out because we have no return statements before the loop here. And before we reset it, it'll stop here, it'll basically return here, but it'll also throw an exception. So we'll catch that later. So we go here, we have our formats here. Channel format, okay. Formats actually needs to be a new linked hash map, I feel. Maybe we'll get to that. All right. Okay. Actually, we will go ahead and throw another runtime exception here. Channel ID is no formats. There we go. And now get keys false for each format ID. Okay. Formats put format ID new channel format. Actually, we can config format ID. Right? Catch runtime. I guess it wouldn't be able to catch a runtime exception, would it? Right. So you know what? Why don't we do a null pointer exception instead? Obviously, it's gonna be whatever. Okay, we'll extend the runtime exception anyways, but you know what? It's fine. Return there. We'll say, yeah, we'll just return. Cool. There we go. I'm going to change channel format to throw a null pointer exception. No. Okay, there we go. Done. Channel has its way of getting its formats. So what should happen is it should get the formats, it should loop through it downward so that default is put first, staff is put second, and yeah, that'll add just the priority of the formats, but we're not exactly storing them as having a, you know, there's no get index and all that, so we'll have to see. We'll come to that later. But you know what? Well, okay. We got most of our basics done. We have our channel manager that loads channels, and the channels load the formats. So let's actually add our read permission. Just like that. So replace these. There you go. Okay. Right. Permission. Here's that. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's all. But we might have to change the channel format or the channels map up later, I think. But okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do for this stream. We have most of our basics. We have an admin command. We have our channel loading and format loading. However, I would just like to take a break because right now I'm not sure where to go from here. It's just one of those moments where like I was basically coding on autopilot. So yeah, I'd like to just relax for a bit and think about the next steps more clearly for the next stream, which shouldn't be too soon. Thank you. You too. The next stream shouldn't be too soon from now. Again, I'll ping in my Discord when I go live, which is in the description. You can join if you want. Shouldn't be too soon from now because my classes actually end. My English composition class ends on the 22nd, and I only have one last assignment to do for it. And my computer science class for this month has already ended on Wednesday. So yeah, so it shouldn't be too long till the next stream, and I don't foresee classes starting, or the next class is starting for a little bit, probably over after winter break, maybe after New Year's. I don't know. I'm new to this college stuff. It's an online college as well, so it's just kind of like, you know, they give you a new class every month, and each class is divided into 4 weeks. So I don't know when the next class will start, basically is what I'm saying. But I'm basically done with my classes for this month. So yeah, shouldn't be too long to the next stream. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just, you know, feel free to join the Discord if you want to chat about code, and get notified for the next stream. Yep, that's all I have. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hope to see you next time. Have a good night as well, or day.